In Texas, the Lone Star State now has one of the strictest abortion bans in the country. The law took effect at midnight after the U.S. Supreme Court declined to block it. The ban prevents women from getting abortions after 6 weeks, making many even know they're pregnant. It also allows citizens to sue anyone who helps a woman get an abortion. Abortion providers say the law would rule out 85% of abortions in Texas and force many clinics to close its doors. And joining me now to discuss more on this is our chief legal correspondent, Dr. Laura McNeal, to give us a legal perspective on, the fact that now this ban is in effect. So, Dr. Laura, what was your first thought after learning that the Supreme Court would not, better yet, did not intervene?
You know, Tashani, I wasn't surprised that the Supreme Court did not intervene when they filed an emergency request for them to stop this Texas law from going into effect. And the reason why is if you look at the current makeup of the court, it's very conservative. The last 3 appointees were done by former President Trump. We know, for instance, that Justice Kavanaugh has been very vocal in talking about the fact that he is indeed against abortion and he does not support abortion rights. And so I'm not surprised that they decided not to stop this law from going into effect.
Yeah, 6-3 conservative court now. So, Dr. Laura, is there a possibility that they could still intervene, or is it unlikely at this point?
You know, it is possible they can still intervene, but the fact that they didn't before the law went into effect suggests that they're not going to intervene. We also have to keep in mind that the Supreme Court has decided to hear a case challenging a Mississippi abortion law that's very similar. It bans abortions at 15 weeks instead of 6 weeks like the Texas law. And so this fall, that's when the Supreme Court will decide whether or not Roe versus Wade will essentially be overturned. That is a direct challenge to the Roe versus Wade decision. So this fall, I think, is when we will truly know where they stand in terms of abortion rights.
Well, speaking of Mississippi, Dr. Laura, that state is actually one of 12 others, part of the 12 other states that have enacted bans on early abortions. But those states, they had their, it was blocked from going into effect. What was it about Texas that allowed it to get to this point, to pass?
Well, essentially, Texas, like the other states, had several legal challenges trying to do the same thing, trying to block these laws from going into effect. But Texas has a very conservative court system, and those justices in that court system chose to side with the Texas legislature and allow this law to go through. And so it does matter, again, the makeup not only of the Supreme Court, but as we see in Texas, also of the state court systems as well, because when you're appealing a law like this, it can really make a difference.
And now, Dr. Laura, the fact that abortions will be banned after 6 weeks in the state of Texas, traveling now to obtain an abortion for a woman, they go from driving 12 miles to 248. So if someone gives a woman a ride or gives them money for an abortion out of state, will they also face legal consequences?
No, the interesting thing about the law is states have what we call in the legal system sovereignty. So they have control only over their territories and individuals within their state boundaries. And so if you aid or abet someone in the state of Texas, meaning assist them in getting an abortion after the 6 weeks, then yes, you would be liable under that law. But if you do that or conduct that business outside of the Texas state, they don't have that type of legal authority. Their arms don't reach outside their state boundaries.
All right, Dr. Laura, this is something that we've been talking about for quite some time now, since this law was, actually since the bill was introduced. What about HIPAA laws that protect a patient's rights for their medical procedures not to be publicly disclosed?
Yes, and so this Texas law does not impact HIPAA rights. All HIPAA says is that a medical facility cannot release any type of medical information without your permission. Now, in terms of, say that you have a lawsuit filed against you under this Texas law that says, you know what, we need proof, we need your medical records to know whether or not you got an abortion, those records can be subpoenaed under that court system, meaning the lawyer can request it, but only in those circumstances. Really, the point of HIPAA is not to impede the law in any way, but to make sure that agencies are not health agencies freely sharing your medical information without your permission. But when you're in a court of law, it's a different set of rules. You can sequester medical records if it's relevant to the lawsuit at hand.
Well, given the fact that this law just allows anyone to say, hey, Dr. Laura had an abortion and I may not know what you were doing. You could have been out of state, out the country. Talk about how this can ultimately flood the court with just baseless claims.
Yes, I mean, the fact that this law, as you said, deputizes literally ordinary citizens like you and I in the state of Texas, and it has a pretty big incentive. $10,000 is a lot of money, and so what you can expect is that there will be an influx of potential lawsuits that are being filed, people trying to get monetary gain off of this law. Imagine being in Starbucks, you're having a conversation with a close girlfriend that I found a doctor that's willing to do the procedure, even though I'm at 7 weeks, and someone overhears you. That Starbucks, as we call them barista, they can sue you. They can file a lawsuit against you based on what they heard in that particular Starbucks. A Lyft or Uber driver who's driving you to a clinic that's performing a procedure after 7 weeks also would be liable under this law. So you can imagine it's literally opening up the floodgates for potential lawsuits.
Absolutely, and considering the fact that we're in a pandemic and folks are hurting financially, and the fact that they're not protected with the eviction moratorium, I mean, I could imagine people are willing to do anything just to get some type of monetary gain.